The 2023 season yet again shows us how consistently good Loud can be, and he has become a staple within the Loud roster. He is one of many smooth aimers in Valorant, but what sets him apart from the rest? Well, having smooth aim definitely isn't the main goal that Les prioritizes. What I mean by this is, let's take Demon 1 for example. Now his style of aim is solely focusing on being as smooth as possible. That means making sure he almost has to never flick onto an enemy, and also always having smooth movements, being slow and precise when he shoots. Les is not like that at all. Many fights you'll see him use a burst technique, however it's very fast with small strafes of movement involved. He almost always uses this burst technique, and it's not often you'll see him just tap with the Vandal. So even though his movement is pretty fast and he isn't a calm aimer, he still aims smoothly, as you can see him look around and track the enemies way more fluently than a flicky aimer. Unlike Demon 1, Loud Les has to flick a considerable amount during his games. With Les's sense being at a 0.32 800 DPI, it makes him able to flick with ease, and from some of his clips, he can hit some really nice flick shots. But as you may know, flick shots mostly come down to raw aim ability, muscle memory, and time training his aim. So how does Les, one of the best and most consistent players in Valorant, train his aim? Well, he loads up grid shot and uses his forehead as a mouse mat. I mean, this just might be revolutionary. Anyway, I did actually try and look to see if he did any aim training or warm up, but he barely streams or posts on YouTube, so I couldn't find anything. But my best guess is that he'll occasionally use Kovacs. As mentioned earlier, his movement is very fast. The main reasoning behind this is that he's an absolute nightmare of a target to shoot at. These really quick small movements he does makes it look like he's just run and gunning while being accurate. I mean, he literally does shoot bullets while moving because he gives almost no time to stop before his next strafe. But it's rare you'll see this happen. Next, I want to talk about how he clears angles. You'll see him almost toggle between him being really slow and clearing every angle properly, or just being quite fast, relying on crosshair placement and micro adjustments. This depends on what situation he's in. Situations where there's almost a guarantee that a player will be there, he'll drastically slow down his movement and making sure that his crosshair is perfect when he clears that angle. I think one of the best perks of Loud Les is his awareness during fights. As he plays the sentinel role, it's crucial for him to understand when it's okay to be aggressive and take a fight, or be more passive, play numbers, and set up one ways with his teammates. It's much easier for duelists to get away from bad fight / position, whereas if a sentinel takes one risky fight that they may not be favoured by, then they'll usually get punished. Let's use this clip for example. He manages to turn the flash really well and gets the first kill, and he instantly realises that it's a 1v2 and he's not in a great position where he can either play off his teammate or hold an off angle. So he retreats towards the door as he hears the enemy Neon trying to isolate a 1v1 with him, and he just manages to hold the door in an off angle for an easy kill. And this is why Les is such an annoying player to be against. He will never try to give you a fair fight. Here's another example of his insane fighting awareness. It's a 5v5 and he's trying to catch players that flood into sight. He notices that there's a KO on the enemy team, so he instantly ducks behind the wall and waits for the KO to flash out so he can swing, completely dodging the flash and trading his teammate. Well, I wasn't going to give you a third example, but you just have to see this. In this clip, he peeks and slightly sees the killjoy, and so he re-swings again, having peeker's advantage. Then he also does another shoulder peek, but doesn't see the KO who was on site, so he quickly but silently repositions to a very weird angle where the enemy would not clear it at all, allowing him to pick up the last free kill. The way he repositions after kill is really nice from Les, making it so hard to keep track on where he is on the map. I mean, he is known for his lurks, so I'm not surprised he's very good at keeping his position unknown.
Wow, his aim is so clean.
The last thing I've noticed about Les is the way he literally counts down from 3 before he swings. I think it's a great habit to start doing, as you can give yourself some time to slow things down, focus on your crosshair placement, and find a better timing before you swing. This is only a theory, and I'm not certain that he does this, but I found many clips of him doing it on stream, and it looks like it helps. He swings with confidence, and his crosshair looks almost perfect every time. Loud Les may have some of the most crisp aim we've seen in Valorant. He can turn bad rounds into winning rounds within a blink. Apart from his insane raw ability, hopefully you can see why he's such a talented player and why he dominates the Valorant pro scene with his unique playstyle. If you want to learn about the champion himself, Demon 1, then you can click here. If not, it's been your boy Critical. Peace out.